It has been 3 months since the first contingent of Kenyan personnel touched down in Haiti to lead the Multinational Security Support Mission, known as the MSS or MSSM. The first group of 200 officers arrived in Haiti in June, followed by 200 more personnel in July. That makes less than half of the 1,000 police officers promised by Kenya to lead this mission. At the moment, there are 24 out of the 200 promised officials from Jamaica, 6 out of the 150 promised troops from the Bahamas, and 2 out of the 50 promised troops from Belize currently stationed in Haiti. As you can see, this is a far cry from the personnel these countries initially committed to send. For a detailed walkthrough of what this mission is and how it came to be, check out my video explaining the Kenya-led mission to Haiti. Now, with 700,000 people displaced and gang activity continuing to mount, it is clear that this mission, which the United States brokered and continues to bankroll, has failed. These failures have sparked renewed calls from officials to convert the MSSM into a full-fledged UN peacekeeping mission. On November 20th, Assistant Secretary General for Europe, Central Asia, and the Americas made the following remarks to the United Nations Security Council.
Excellencies, in his address to the UN General Assembly on 26 September, the former president of the Transitional Presidential Council, Mr. Edgar Leblanc-Fish, called for the start of a discussion on the transformation of the MSS into a UN peacekeeping operation. His successor in the rotating presidency, Mr. Leslie Voltaire, reiterated his request in a letter to the Security Council on 21st October, seeking the MSS transformation as soon as possible. A resolution passed by the Permanent Council of the Organization of American States on 30 November urged the Security Council to urgently support Haiti's request to transition the MSS mission into a UN peacekeeping operation.
So what we have in this clip is the latest push at the UN Security Council for the MSSM to be transitioned into a UN peacekeeping mission. To support this push, the Assistant Secretary General recounts that 2 of Haiti's transitional presidents, Edgar Leblanc-Fish and Leslie Voltaire, made requests to the UN in September and October to transform the MSSM into a peacekeeping mission. He also notes that the Organization of American States passed a resolution in November, further urging the UN to make this transformation. What's important to focus on here is that Haiti's Transitional Presidential Council and the Organization of American States are heavily influenced by the United States. And just before some of these calls, the United States government unsuccessfully tried to get the UN to authorize a peacekeeping mission to Haiti. This was subsequently blocked by China and Russia. The 2 countries opposed the move, saying that conditions in Haiti are not suitable for UN peacekeepers. China and Russia said the MSSM should be given more time to become fully operational before the UN Security Council entertains major changes to the mission. So you can really look at the calls from these various actors as the result of a shift in strategy and continuing pressure from the US to get a UN peacekeeping mission to Haiti. The United States has since circulated a new draft resolution to the United Nations Security Council members asking for endorsement of a peacekeeping operation. And US diplomats have told Crisis Group that they hope peacekeepers can be on the ground in time for Haiti's elections, which are planned in late 2025. We'll be watching closely to see if all of this comes to fruition. There are 2 key reasons why US officials have been pushing for the MSSM to be transitioned into a UN peacekeeping mission. First and foremost, a UN peacekeeping mission is going to be better funded. Every member state of the UN is legally obligated to pay their respective share towards peacekeeping. On the other hand, the MSSM is funded and supported by the voluntary contributions of countries, and at the moment, the mission is largely being financed by the United States government. The Biden administration has pledged around $400 million to the MSSM. This is not nearly enough to adequately fund the mission. And additionally, there have been challenges in actually getting the funds pledged into the hands of the Kenyans, who are facing delays in their pay. In fact, on December 6th, Reuters reported that nearly 20 of the Kenyan officers in Haiti have been submitting resignations over these pay delays. The second key reason why the U.S. is pushing for a UN peacekeeping mission is because such missions are not going to encounter the same personnel shortages as the MSSM. UN member states provide the military and police personnel required for each peacekeeping mission. Peacekeeping soldiers are paid for by their own governments, which are then reimbursed by the United Nations. So basically, turning the MSSM into a UN peacekeeping mission is all about getting more money and more troops for an armed international intervention in Haiti. We cannot forget that the United Nations Security Council has authorized at least 5 peacekeeping missions in Haiti since 1993, and each of these missions is marked by significant blunders and human rights violations, from the introduction of cholera into Haiti to widespread sexual exploitation and abuse of Haitian people by UN peacekeeping officers. In June 2004, the United Nations Stabilization Mission in Haiti, known as the MINUSTA, deployed. Innocent civilians died in UN raids, including women and children. Communities were left without recourse due to the United Nations immunity from legal prosecution for excessive use of force and other misconduct, and the United Nations refusal to provide accountability mechanisms for these missions. In 2015, MINUSTA had one of the highest rates of sexual abuse and exploitation of any peacekeeping mission in the world. From 2010 to February of 2023, the UN recorded 463 paternity claims against its personnel. The UN has no jurisdiction over peacekeepers, and punishment is left to the countries that contribute the troops. These latest calls to transition the MSSM into a UN peacekeeping mission are in response to rising gang violence in Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince. Armed groups have been slaughtering people in and around the capital, as well as in Artibonite. Between January and October, nearly 4,000 girls and women reported sexual violence, including gang rape, mostly committed by members of these armed groups. 4 commercial aircrafts were struck by gang-related gunfire, resulting in the reported injury of 1 crew member. As a result, Port-au-Prince's International Airport remains closed, and the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration prohibited U.S. commercial flights to and from Haiti until December 12th. And many international carriers have indicated even longer suspensions. The UN ordered the evacuation of its staff from Haiti's capital. Doctors Without Borders, known by its French initials MSF, also announced late last week that it was suspending critical care in Port-au-Prince as it accused the Haitian-National Police of targeting its staff and patients, including threats of rape and death. Doctors Without Borders claims that the Haitian police killed at least 2 of their patients and physically harmed its staff. The suspension of their services is a blow, as they are one of the few providers of a wide range of medical services that have remained open during this very challenging year in Haiti. A recent spike in the violence was due to the abrupt firing of Haiti's transitional Prime Minister Gary Conille. I'll do a video on the scandal involving several members of the Presidential Council that led to his ouster. In the meantime, check out my video where I walk through the formation of this Presidential Council that was negotiated by the core group. If you want to support the people of Haiti during this challenging time, I encourage you to do the following. 1. Share information. Get talking to the individuals you interact with. Most likely, everyone in your life isn't aware of what's going on in Haiti. Your family, your friends, your coworkers, the cashier at the grocery store, your Uber driver. Spread the word. The challenges that Haitians are facing need to be highlighted. Share this video, share other videos, and news articles that you come across that can educate people on the situation. Secondly, donate to local Haitian-led organizations. You don't want your money going through an intermediary organization that's taking a cut for their overhead and throwing a few cents towards the cause. I'm linking below a list of Haitian-led organizations that you can donate to across the education, healthcare, housing, and food security sectors. If you know of an organization that should be linked, let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.